For number 15, it's telling us to find the measure of arc LI, so it's this arc right here. So the first thing I notice is that GH is a diameter. Keep in mind that a diameter is going to cut a circle in half, so that means that this arc down here I know is 180 degrees. So if I know that this is 180 degrees, it gives me 23 and 55. Then I'm going to need to make sure that I know if I have a radius that is perpendicular to a chord, then that means that the chord has been bisected. It'll have two congruent pieces on either side of the radius. Then if we have congruent pieces, they're going to create congruent arcs. So whatever this arc is will be the same as this one. So I can call this X and this X. So I can go ahead and add everything together and set it equal to 360, because an entire circle is 360 degrees, and I know most of the arcs now. I can say X plus 55 plus 23 plus 180 equals 360. Or you could say, if I know this is 180, so I know that this half is 180, and just add those and set it equal to 180. Either way is fine. So you can say 55 plus 23 plus 180 is 258, and X plus X is 2X, and that will be equal to 360. So now I'll do 360, I'll subtract that 258, and I'll get 2X equals 102. Then when I divide by 2, I get that it will be the measure of arc LI is equal to 51 degrees. I'm not just going to write X because I added that X. That's not actually what the question was asking. Then from there, number 16. This is going to pull from information back when we started triangles last semester. So all the angles of a triangle need to add up to 180. So I can add these together and subtract from 180, or I can do 180 minus 60 minus 65. Same thing. And you'll get that this angle right here must be 55 degrees. Then you need to know that you have an inscribed angle, which means that the vertex of the angle is on the circle. So this angle right here is 55 degrees, and it leads me to this arc. Now, this is an ice cream one. There's going to be more ice cream on the top of the ice cream cone than down at the bottom of the cone. So I'm going to take that number and multiply it by 2. So X is going to be 110 degrees because 55 times 2 is 110. I'm going to do that same concept for Y and Z. So this angle right here, that's 60 degrees, that leads me to the arc Y. So if this is 60 degrees, I'll multiply by 2 to get to Y. Remember, ice cream. More ice cream up here than at the bottom of the cone. So 60 times 2 is 120 degrees. Then I have my last one where this angle right here is 65 degrees. It leads me to this arc right here. And when I take 65, again, inscribed angle, I'll multiply it by 2. 65 times 2 is 130? Okay, 130 degrees. So I've solved for everything, but I want to make sure I'm right. I have all the arcs of the circle. I need to add them all together and set them equal to 360 and make sure it's all correct. So 110 plus 120 plus 130 gives me 360, so I am good.